I live in Quebec City, Canada right now, and I'm in France today for the last day. And my greatest goal is probably to be happy. When I was 19, I remember saying to myself, I will be happy. Right now, I do public speaking about life as a road, as a camino, like crossing Spain with a backpack. And I've been working in hospitals and in public places like libraries, organizations, and I've been talking about the link between walking this road and everyday life, and specifically in the working place, in the office.
Here in France, in Paris, I've met a lot of people who are very cynical about happiness. Often is a big word, but sometimes people say happiness doesn't exist. So for you, does happiness exist, and what should I answer to those people who say happiness doesn't exist?
I think what pops into my mind right now is I'm thinking about the people who say happiness doesn't exist. I think that the people who say that are looking for a definite, stable state. And this does not exist on our planet. This is a concept that is impossible because life changes, people change, and the situations constantly change. So how can you freeze all of that into happiness and not move anymore? It's an impossible concept. So I think happiness is more an attitude towards everything that will constantly happen to you and that will never happen the way you expect it to happen. Happiness for me is accepting that I'm on a path, and I feel it here right now. I am happy, but I also have things in me that are changing right now. I'm letting go of stuff in my bag that was too heavy every day, every step, and I'm feeling more light. But sometimes I go back to fear, I go back to judging myself, I go back to expecting people to love me, or all sorts of things that come from my emotions and my mind, and that make me like a tree in a storm. But I am more and more grounded with my roots, that happiness is just my attitude to being thankful to everything that happens to me. Every encounter, every situation, I start to see as a gift. I'm not saying that I got there. I'm on my way to that, and I have to be very humble because sometimes I go back to the little child, or to the ambitious man, or to someone who is just scared, because we are full of fear. But when you know about it, it's good news, because fear is just like a jumping board to the pool of happiness. If you can deal with the fear, accept it, and then breathe through it, and then see what the gift is behind the fear, then it can be very rewarding. What makes me happy is to be able to let go, like right now, and just say I'm in the present. I'm thinking about other things, and I try not to be submerged or to be lost into that, although my mind will always bring me back those fear and thoughts that take me away from happiness. So it's like being present. It's probably, for me, still the best definition. What I would say to me as a child would be, don't be tough with yourself. Accept yourself the way you are, and accept that there's only so much you can do. This is still something I have to be careful about, because I'm still very demanding. I'm still judging myself sometimes. And this is probably the thing that made me suffer the most in my life. To try to be someone else, to go at someone else's pace, to become something, to become someone, instead of just accepting that I am at a step in my path.
Okay, thank you very much.
C'était enregistré à la...